So guys, welcome to the trackpad features. I've got about, I think 20 features for you guys to show today. And let's get right into it. First of all, the trackpad features, or when it comes down to the force touch trackpad, one feature that is available with the force touch is, of course, the force click with haptic feedback. And I think it started off with the MacBook Pros 2015 models. If we go to our settings, and as you can see, guys, I've connected my camera up to show you guys what actions I'm doing on my the trackpad. So if you've got an older MacBook Pro, you can still have the Force Touch if you get the trackpad. And you can, if you go to the system preferences, and in the system preferences under the trackpad setting, or trackpad preference, if we say that correctly, you will see that you will have the force click and haptic feedback. You can, of course, turn this feature off as well, and you can, so then it will automatically switch some of the other features that is linked to the force click as well. And so before we dive into it, there's of course other features as well tied to your trackpad. For those who do know this, apologies. For those who do not know this, you can check under the more gestures, and they will show you a variety of different other gestures as well. Like, say for instance, I want to show my desktop um, spread with a thumb and three fingers, and they will show you a little preview as well. So if I do that, then you will see that it will automatically do that action, and the opposite to that is the Launchpad. So if I do that, it will then quickly switch to the Launchpad. Um, uh, then of course you get your other gestures, like I'm going to skip app Exposé for now. I'm going to come back to that, but now Alan have shown us the mission control on our previous episodes, where he explained you can use the four fingers, or even change it around to the three finger swipe up. So if I go four fingers or three finger swipe up, it will go to mission control. As you can see, shows my top bar, and in my notification center, if I go to the right edge, like they show in the video, then if I swipe with my two fingers from the right edge, it will automatically bring up my notification center. And so I can switch between full screen apps. So if an app is in full screen mode, like say for instance, I'll take my Safari window here, and I can then switch with three fingers between these different screens. Okay, so these are just like some of the settings that is available. Coming back to the app expose, as you can see, swipe down four fingers. So this works pretty handy if you've got, say, multiple windows open of multiple apps, right? So say for instance, I swipe down three fingers on my Safari window. Oh, sorry, it's four fingers. So I have four fingers down on my Safari window. It will only show me my Safari windows, even showing me the minimized ones that's on my dock, right? That's been minimized on my dock. If I should now switch say, to my Word application, and I swipe four fingers down, then it will show me only my Word documents being open, also the one being minimized. But now, with you having force touch available, you don't actually need to use the four finger swipe down. You can simply just force click on the app at the bottom. It will automatically do the app expose. The same with my Safari as well. If I do it now to my Safari, it will switch to that one. And even apps that is been minimized, like I've got iMovie open, you can see there, it shows me that I'm now it shows me my project being minimized on my dock. So these are the types of things that you can do. This one of the things that you can do with a force touch or force click. So just to quickly go onto the desktop. So on my desktop, as you can see, I've got some documents here. So if I quickly want to do a quick preview on this document, as we've explained with quick look, you select the document and you just hit the space bar. Yeah, you can click and hold on it, with force touch, as you can see, and then it will give me a preview of that document. If I do it on the name of the document, it will automatically go into edit mode, right? So that's now on the documents on the desktop. So now we go into, let me go into my calendars. So in my calendar, if I want to do a quick preview on a certain calendar event to see what the details of it is, again, force touch or force click on it, it will show me the details. But guys, I can even push it a little bit further than that. So say for instance, let me go to this calendar event here that's got my address in as well. So I'm gonna force touch on that one, right? Or force click on it, shows my details. But now I can also force click on the address in that, and then it will show me the map location as well. So I can go quick access without going into the event actually. So that's pretty handy to use when you're working a lot with your calendars. To add in a calendar event, I just tap on it or force click on it, and then it will automatically start a new event, and I can now start filling in the details. Okay. Now, without me actually doing the force click in that order, I can also go, say for instance, somebody sends me sends me an email saying that they're going to see me in some time and I want to add it as a calendar event, then I can do that too with using force click. So if I go to my email and say I'm just going to quickly open an email here that's got it. So yeah, I've sent an email to myself saying, see you there next week, Tuesday. So now if I tap force click on it, it will give me the option to add it to my calendar, right? But now seeing that we're in mail, let's look at where force click can be a good benefit here as well. So if I go to, say, this email here that's got a photo attachment, right? And I want to do a preview on that photo attachment, I can also force click on that, which will give me a quick preview of it. But it's already been previewed in the email, so that defeats the objective. But now say for instance, I've got a file inside of my mail that doesn't have a preview. So like this one here, I can actually tap hold on it and it will show me a preview of that little file there, right? So without me even opening it. But let me show you guys this. So this is a flight, right? So I'm just going to open this file quickly. So I can even check my details of my flight. So if I go here to this one here, then it will show me destination and also a flight path as well. Okay, and this is only for international flights, but now I can also look at domestic flights as well. So if I now go into, say, this one here that I've got, and I want to look at, say, this one here, tap hold on the flight code, and then it will give me the details for that as well. So pretty handy for that aspect there. So these are the types of things that we can actually quickly use or access within our mail as well. Let's go into our, there's something I want to show you guys inside of notes, right? So if I now go to my notes and say, for instance, I've got a note with a contact number in it, then I can tap hold on that contact number and will automatically ask me to create a contact card for it, and I can do it right here. So this without me copying, going into my card, pasting it, do all of that other stuff. So it's quick access straight from there, right? We can also do the same thing in our FaceTime as well. Let me just go to my FaceTime. So quick preview on any card, tap and hold, and it will give me details of that card, right? So that is just quick access to doing those types of things straight from the back. Now, when it comes to reminders, The one thing I like about my reminders is that without me clicking on the I button to show the details of my reminder, let me just minimize this. Without me showing the details of my reminder, I can uh, double tap and hold. And as soon as I release, it will show me my details. Okay, so tap, tap, hold, and release, it will show me my details for my reminder as well. So that is also another quick action that we can do with that one. Guys, when it becomes really interesting to using the force click is also when you're in your Safari browser. So I'm gonna open these ones here, okay? So if I say, for instance, watching this here. So now I'm watching this, right? Just gonna, and while I'm watching that, I can actually force tap on this, which will give me a preview to watch this quickly as well. So I can actually pause that, quickly watch that, right? And see if that is the one that I'm looking for without even opening the page. So now I can just click on that to close that down. So that is pretty handy, and that works actually for any type of website. So if I should now go to, let me go to say DigiCope and work for any link, and I wanna check out. I'm on the Mac, right? My Mac page, but I want to check out quickly what's on the iPhone page, so I can tap force tap on it, and then then I can quickly view that while this page is running. So, a quick way to multitask through your different websites. Also, guys, the how can I put it, the definition or the word definition still applies, like what we've done with the trackpad. Many episodes ago, I suggested that you can actually see the definitions of it by changing your lookup data detectors. If your force click is turned off, you can change it to three finger step. If you change it to that, then of course, if you do a three finger step on a word, it will give you the definition. My case, I'm going to use the force click one finger. So if I take this annotating and I tap hold on it, then it will give me the definition, also other details of that word as well. Okay, so so far we've covered quite a few things, but let me go into some of the media apps as well. Okay, so if I now go say to iMovie, in iMovie, the force touch is, when you want to bring up the clip selector, right? What we've done was you can hold down the R key, or you can first tap the I key to get your input source, and then you can move your playhead to a certain place and hit the O key for your output source, and that will be your clip selection that you've done there. But with force touch, you can just tap hold, and then it will give you your clip selector, and you can then bring it and stretch it to what you want to select, or so on. But not only for that purpose, I've discovered that you can also, when it comes to certain backgrounds, if you go to your backgrounds and you add in like the maps and backgrounds, or the maps, right? If you tap on this without me going here to change it, if I've added it in, if I tap and do the force touch on that, then it will give me the option to change it straight from there. Okay. Now, if so that is in terms of my iMovie, but let me quickly go to the photos. Now, when it comes to photos, you can easily select multiple photos. I'm just going to go into, say, one of my albums here. Okay. So if I now want to go to one of my photos, I can tap on the arrow, and depending on the pressure that I hold down on the arrow, it will automatically jump to those photos. And the harder I press, the faster it will go through it. Okay, so that's what I can do in photos. One thing though, you've also got that haptic feedback. I noticed something that I don't actually pick it up on the trackpad, then the um, the external trackpad, but the one that's on the laptop, you can actually feel the haptic feedback. So in other words, guys, let me show you this. So if I say edit any of these photos, right, and I want to crop it, I'm just going to go to edit and I want to crop it. And you will see the other crop wheel. If I want to now move that and I move it right to the center, you can actually feel on your trackpad. It's almost like it's a bump that you're feeling if you go and you're hitting the 0, right? The same thing you will feel if you're on your maps. So if you're on your maps and you want to get to, like, say, north, so if you're on there and then you will feel that haptic feedback, right? And the same thing you will feel if you're in your spotlight search and you want to move it into position. If you move it to the top, you will actually feel that it's almost like it's locking in, and you can feel it on the trackpad, the feedback as well. The same thing you can do when you hold down on the plus. Also with the force touch, if you tap and hold down, it will zoom in, right? Also depending on the pressure, it will do that action as well. So you can work with the sensitivity in that regard as well. And just to show you guys that you can also do like the sensitivity drawing. So far I've seen it only done in preview. So yeah, I've got a blank PDF here, and I'm just going to open my my markup tools, and I'm going to select my drawing tool. And if I should tap hold lightly, you'll see it's lighter, and I press, then it becomes darker, and then it goes lighter again. So it picks up the pressure that you apply on the trackpad, as you can see. So that is how you can use the force touch in different applications when using it. The haptic feedback also applies if you like doing shapes and so on, like in Keynote and in Pages and in Preview. So if I say of taking this shape here, and I say take another one, and if I now move it, you will feel the haptic feedback also kicks in. So guys, that is I think I went through 20 different features that you can use with a force touch. Thank you very much, guys, and see you on Thursday.